This is the Wrestling Replay. I am Cato. Today I was joined by Max Whitman. Had the pleasure of talking at the round table with him in our very first episode of Behind the Curtain, where we sit down and discuss WWE's 2022 Crown Jewel, the future of Logan Paul in wrestling, Max love for Nia Jax, hate for Tamina. You have to join us for this conversation. Stay tuned and enjoy. This role and see if he can pull it off. And he pulled that shit off.
Yeah.
Sammy, no matter what you give him,
he makes it work.
He pulls it off.
Sammy, and I'll be honest, I don't want to get too sidetracked, but Sammy is one of those dudes who when he was in NXT and there was all the hype about him, and I didn't watch Ring of Honor, so I didn't know El Generico or whatever, right? But
yeah,
I didn't get he just was a sort of kind of flabby dude who was a good wrestler, but just didn't do it for me, right?
Mm-hmm.
The longer we've gone on with Sami, and specifically with the this bloodline role, I always appreciated Sami, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I never saw him. He was always a mid-card act for me, right?
Yeah.
His I could, if he went away, it wouldn't have mattered to me, right? His role with the bloodline, I thought was silly and kind of dumb.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, to his credit, man, he made that shit work, and I like him now, right?
You know what brought him to life? When they gave him a mic and let him just create.
Yeah,
I think Kevin Owens is really good at that. Just give him a mic. He's great inside the ring. Give me a mic and then let me create. Bray Wyatt is amazing at that, as we've seen. And I think Sami now they realize oh snap, this dude not only can wrestle, he can talk and he can get the fans to cheer or hate him.
But even on even with that, he talked with the right before the bloodline when he was doing the conspiracy thing and all that, and it was good, and it felt honest and it felt real, but it was okay.
But right? I think his role in that role was kind to just get you annoyed.
Sure.
So it wasn't to be a heel role. It's just really I just want to be annoyed and annoy the hell out of you.
Yeah.
And the bloodline role is kind of I'm gonna make you you see. Did you see Friday when he made everyone break character?
Yeah.
I was like, yo, this is great.
He's a weird comedy act that isn't really he's not a Santino comedy act.
No,
right?
no, yeah.
But he's funny as shit, dude, and it's good. When he, I don't know, it's when he said he's not really oozy. He's not being very oozy. That might be when everyone started laughing.
Everyone broke.
It's good, but somehow it's not just. I guess my point is it's not just a comedy thing, right? Somehow he fits in the bloodline. He actually fits in.
It works.
It works. Initially, I was like, oh, this is like when Owen Hart joined the Nation of Domination.
And he was like, oh my
God,
what's
and it was
on?
what are you doing?
What's going on?
Right? What is it? That's where I thought it was going at first. I was why? The bloodline is that family, right? To throw it. But the interaction with Jay, and it's just been good, and somehow he makes it work. To his credit,
you know what it is also. Everyone in the Usos are amazing on the microphone to me. That's one.
Yeah.
Roman has gotten better. I think he took acting classes when he was doing the whole chemo thing.
Yeah.
He had to do something because he came back so polished and confident on the mic. It's crazy. And then you add in Paul Heyman on the mix. Oh, you don't know what to say? Cool. Give me the mic. I got it.
Yeah. It also, I think a lot of it has to do, and I've said this, just a general feeling, is that these guys are wrestlers, right? They're not actors. So when you hand them a script, you get what you get, right? They're not actors. There's a big difference. There's a big difference between being a good promo guy and being a good actor. You can be a good promo guy and be a shit actor. Look at WWE movies. Right? You know what I'm saying? Triple H is a great promo. Did you watch The Chaperone?
No.
Yeah,
I wouldn't watch
right. It's a guilty pleasure. I enjoyed it, but it's a garbage movie, and he's not a good actor in it. Right? Did you watch the Kane movie? No, like
Yeah, I did because it's a horror movie.
it's a horror, right?
That's the only reason.
How was Kane in that? Right? Like
he didn't do much to really be bad or good. It was just like, oh, I could have replaced Kane with anybody,
and
right? It wouldn't have made
look at Hulk Hogan made movies and they were ass, right? And Hulk Hogan is arguably
he had his own show. What, Thunder in Paradise?
But it was a reality show.
No, Thunder in Paradise.
Oh, you mean like the show, like not like what's the
the show
Hogan Knows Best, right?
And all the wrestlers would pop up, like Sting and Flair.
Yeah. But was it a good show? No, it was a terrible show, right? So these guys can't act, right? Yeah. And some of them can. But there could be really good promo guys. And there's a big difference between being a good promo guy and being an actor, right? So when you hand most of these guys a script, you get what you get, right? You know what you're going to get. It's going to be clean. It's going to be... Daniel Bryan's a great example, right? And Roman is one of those. I think that and I don't know shit, right? Right, really. But I think that just being given just that room to say, okay, just go cut a promo, right? Yeah.
Just hit these key points and go be free.
I think from what I understand, that's sort of the direction that Triple H moved it to. And as I'm not backstage, I don't actually know.
Well, but you can feel it. Even in commentary, they'll talk about, it's like they just talk.
Yeah.
And when they think of something like, oh man, I remember Jericho back in ROH, or not Sami Jericho, but Sami Zayn back in ROH, they're not going to say, oh, I'm not supposed to say that. Right. They just let it flow. Let it go. It feels natural and thank you for acknowledging that Sami and Kevin Owens were partners in ROH.
Yes, or those things happened, right? Yeah. Those things happened. And I think that's the biggest thing for Roman. I'm sure he did I'm sure maybe he did some kind of acting thing or whatever, and I'm sure that's, of course, it's going to pay off. It's going to work, right? Yeah. But I think a lot of that also just plays into just being a little bit more free to just kind of cut a promo. And his promos are sort of short, they're to the point, and they're pretty good, man. Like,
and he's surrounded by great talkers.
Yeah.
He's surrounded by great talkers.
And he's a good talker, right? Like, I've really come around on Roman. Dude.
I tried.
Roman was my least favorite guy in the Shield, my least favorite Shield member. I always thought he was just the hot tag. When they all went singles, he was my least favorite singles guy. It just didn't really get me. Didn't move me. He wasn't bad. I never thought he was a garbage wrestler, but he just didn't really move me. The tribal chief version of Roman is money, and just, more than anything, dude, even everything about his guy, dude, even his theme, bro, the tribal chief theme, that shit is fire. That is an epic entrance. I love that entrance.
I came in here maybe a year or so ago when he first won the title, and I said, oops, WWE said they did not want to create a megastar. They just created a megastar. When they had Roman defeat cancer again. Yeah. Then come back to win the title. I said, you guys just created a megastar, and they don't know it yet. And now, at this point, you're going to have to pay him, or you're going to lose him to Hollywood. Just like The Rock.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's that big now. But let's get into Crown Jewel.
Yeah, let's do it. Wait. We're wasting time here.
I have to introduce who you are.
Yeah, introduce who I am. So, I'm not, please. As famous as I am, as well known as I am, I do need an introduction.
That's true. If you don't know, this is the Wrestling Replay. I am Cato. This is one of my favorite people in the world to talk wrestling with. Max Whitman finally made it to the show.
Finally.
This is our around the table discussion talks that we'll do periodically, and I think it'll be pretty fun. So today we got Crown Jewel 2022. We're going to talk about all the matches in Crown Jewel. We're going to talk about the build up for these matches, what we like, what we don't like, and how we would change the bull that, they missed on. But honestly, under this Triple H regime, he haven't missed too much. No. He have not missed too much. And looking at this event, I'm already anticipating the Royal Rumble 2022 is going to be insane, because what happens when you get the Final Four? Let's not even count The Rock, because if The Rock's in the Final Four, he should win. But let's not count The Rock. What happens in the Final Four when you have Cody Rhodes, Randy Orton, Edge, Brock Lesnar? Well, no. Actually, no. Take out Brock, because he can never fight Roman again. That's not going to happen. So let's take out.
I hope not.
Well, no, they obviously said that's the last match.
Okay.
SummerSlam was the last one. So let's take out Brock and add. Who should we add in the mix?
Into that Final Four?
Final Four. We got Randy Orton.
Orton.
Roman Reigns. Randy Orton, Edge,
Cody. Cody's going to be in there. I mean, it could be anybody, man. It could be Rollins. It could be Balor.
Let's add Bray Wyatt. That's the final four.
Yeah, Bray Wyatt.
That's your final four.
Yes.
And the first time for a long time, you don't know who's going to win. You can go either direction. You're not going to be wrong either direction you go.
You mentioned Orton in there because you
I think he'll return.
For a return.
And his return with Matt Riddle is going to be, the fans are going to love it. Matt Riddle will get thrown out. He'll come and revenge whoever threw him out. The crowd going to be right behind him.
I love
Cody
that
Rhodes will hit. It worked.
I love that. I love that
romance.
Yeah.
But I think Royal Rumble is when we're going to really see Triple H actually start the full gear go the way he wants to go.
Yeah.
And then that's going to be crazy.
Yeah.
But
I love the Rumble, man. I can't wait for Rumble. I love Rumble season.
So Crown Jewel, first matchup, Brock Lesnar versus Bobby Lashley. Let's talk about the build up to Brock Lesnar and Bobby Lashley.
Mm-hmm.
Brock comes out on Raw, beats up Bobby Lashley, costs him the United States Championship, which I like because you have someone the caliber of Brock Lesnar paying attention to who's the U.S. champion.
Yeah.
So I think that boosts the U.S. title again.
For sure.
Then it goes on a guy like Seth Rollins.
Mm-hmm.
So, of course, Bobby wants revenge. You got two alpha males, two dominant guys. And I love the go-home show where the locker room empty out to break these two guys up.
Yeah.
So, how do you like the build-up for that match?
So, I mean, admittedly, it's a relatively short build-up.
Mm-hmm.
But I do like, just to hit on a few key points that you had mentioned, I love that he's paying attention to the U.S. title.
Yeah.
That was one of my favorite things. I think that Triple H kind of brought in when he first came in was, hey, the Intercontinental title is important, right? It's got a great lineage, right? Like all the greats have held this belt. It's important, right? The U.S. title, all the greats have held this belt. Sting and Ric Flair and all these guys have held this title, right? It has an important lineage, so it should be treated that way. So I do like that he's paying attention there, right? And then to put it on a guy like Rollins. This could main event the show.
I think it's perfect.
It's absolutely, right? Yeah. So I do like that. It seemed a little bit weird to me. I wasn't really sure why. Mm-hmm. Like, why is he, beefing with Lashley? But the build itself I thought was good, right? I mean, I thought it doesn't matter why
it
all
looked
the
like
time,
they tried
right?
to touch back on months and months ago when MVP and Bobby defeated Brock Lesnar. I'm like, who cares about that?
Yeah.
No one's thinking about that.
Right.
I do like the fact that, only reason I like it is the fact that I feel like it boosts the United States Championship.
Sure.
The matchup itself, really, relatively quick, what you would expect from Brock Lesnar and two big guys just kind of going at it.
Mm-hmm. I didn't see the match, honestly. I joined, admittedly, these first 2 or 3 matches that we're going to touch on here, I didn't see. I got in the show at, 1:30 Eastern time, so I missed the first hour and a half of the show, so...
Well, I'll say this. The match, it was a great... To me, this match that kicks off a pay-per-view sets the tone. This was a good tone setter for the pay-per-view because it just started to build. And that's another thing Triple H did well. All his pay-per-view shows built very well to the climax at the end.
Yeah, no, I agree.
I'm surprising that Brock won the matchup in the fashion that he did, and then it looked like we're going to get a heel Bobby. So... I'm asking myself, is MVP going to come back like, yo, I told you needed me? And what would happen if we get Bobby Lashley and Omos? Like, that tag team division should technically be over if that happens. But I'm not sure where they're going to go with Brock Lesnar now that he defeated Bobby Lashley. You came back and did it. Now
what? Yeah, where from there? But that's honestly, that's the Brock Lesnar formula, right? It's come in, beat the guy, go away, right?
But normally it's for, I'm going after the gold, or I'm going after something. You came back for a revenge fight?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I go hot and cold on Brock anyway. I love Brock. I hate Brock. I love Brock. I hate Brock. Right now, I'm like, When he first came back as Cowboy Brock, I love Cowboy.
I like Cowboy Brock.
And now I'm like,
just funny.
He's okay. Yeah, I like seeing a little bit of personality from him. But
So, the next matchup, we got the Women's Tag Team Championships. Alexa Bliss and Asuka versus Damage Controls, the Dakota Kai and Io Sky, who managed to retain their championships tonight. This match was cool. A little step up, but the only issue in this matchup for me, for one...
Wait. Who? They retained the titles?
Damage Control retained the titles.
Damage Control. Oh.
Yeah, they retained their championships. they defeated Alexa Bliss and Asuka.
Gotcha.
With the help of Nikki Cross. I don't understand why Nikki keeps interjecting into matches with damage control. There's really no ties to it there, which is I don't like. And I don't like I feel like it was really no build up with Alexa Bliss and Asuka.
Yeah.
You guys are together because you had a common enemy. I don't want to see you as a tag team.
Yeah.
I don't like it. I feel like they could do a lot better job with the women's tag team division because NXT has some really good women tag teams down there.
Yeah, it's honestly, I'll be honest, like when we talk about build up, most of the build up to this match, I fast forwarded through on the weekly shows. It didn't really, it wasn't really.
Damage control, they just don't do it.
Yeah.
Like when they first came out, I said, "Oh, this is going to be good."
Yeah.
I don't know why you're together still.
Yeah.
You won't tell me. You got all the power, but you got the tag team titles, not power. You're not beating up women on the daily. Bring back Nia Jax and then you say you got the power. Yeah. So she could just run through everybody. Even though she'll probably hurt somebody, but whatever. You know, it's cool.
That's part of running through people. Bring back Nia. Free Nia. Bring
back Nia, Sasha, and Naomi together.
I want Nia and Tamina women's tag team champions. That's what I want.
I would like it.
Come on.
I would like it.
Tell me that.
I like Nia.
I like Nia. I don't like Tamina. I don't want to shit on Tamina, but I've never seen somebody be a pro wrestler for like 15 years and never improve.
She came in at her peak.
Man. Like she came, and I don't know. How do you not get any better at all?
I feel like her role in WWE is to train women to get better. She's like, I didn't come here for me. I came here for you.
Well,
but
clearly.
Yeah, I just want to see Nia. I don't care who's Nia with. Let Nia tag team. Yeah. I only like Nia because it's like their family.
Can I tell you something? I liked Nia Jax, and this is going to catch me some heat. I liked babyface Nia Jax when she was the bully victim. I liked babyface Nia Jax. I felt for Nia.
I didn't.
I did, and I get it. She's bigger, right? She should probably be the monster heel. She should be the monster heel, right? But she's also not really a monster. Like, she's not good enough to be a monster heel. Right, like she doesn't beat people up. Like, she actually hurts people.
I mean,
like,
she broke Becky nose.
Yeah, she broke Becky's nose, but like that's real, right? Like, I don't really necessarily buy her as a
dominant,
as a big man, right? As a dominant. But I felt for her a little bit when she was getting bullied. I don't know why. It wouldn't work forever, but I felt for her.
Free Nia. All right, so we got Drew McIntyre and Karrion Kross, still a cage match. The build-up for this match was cool. I just like Karrion Kross being back. But the build-up for this match, I'm ready for it to be over. I'm ready for Karrion Kross to, move on. Yeah. But Drew McIntyre won. So are we going to have to keep seeing this match over and over again?
I hope not. Like, to your point, like, it just... Some feuds are 2-month-long feuds. Yeah. Right? Like, some feuds are just good 6-week feuds. I liked this feud because it felt actually like... It felt like we had a little bit of a 3-way thing going on there for a while, right? With Drew, Kross, and goddamn, who was it? Now I look like an idiot. There was a third. Was it Owen? It wasn't Owen.
Well, he cost Roman.
It was Roman.
Match with Roman.
It was Roman.
He cost Drew. So I didn't think about Roman.
So we're in it with Roman, McIntyre. Yeah, and then it was like, oh, we kind of have like a 3-way thing where it felt like multiple people were all feuding with each other, and I like that. I like when it's multidimensional, right?
But it looked like it was leading to Karrion Kross. All right, I keep beating you up. I keep choking you out. Now I'm going to be the next guy to challenge for Roman. Whether we build it up for a big review, or whatever we do, because we're both heels, and neither one of us are changing. But now with Drew McIntyre getting this win, I'm like, why would you do that? And then he got sprayed. Did you see this?
When he got sprayed with Mace?
He got sprayed by Mace. It's Mace. You don't wipe Mace off your face.
No, it's on. Right.
God, it's Mace.
It's Mace. It stays there for like an hour. Like it's over for you.
I was better off if they would have used like hairspray. Cool.
Yeah.
It's Mace. And then she sprays him with the mace. Then she leans into the ring to cheer on Karrion Kross. I'm like, dude, if you're inhaling mace, you're gonna be choking and everything. Like, what are we doing?
I like Karrion Kross. I like Drew McIntyre. I like both guys. I thought the build-up was what it was. Yeah. I thought the match... I didn't see the match again. Yeah, I popped in at the OC match, but I thought the build-up was next. We're next. We're coming in now. I've seen what we got.
I want to see Drew McIntyre in Gunther. That's what I want. I love Sheamus and Gunther. I could watch that match so many times.
Sheamus, man, he's having like a resurgence.
It's
the Brutes has been good for him, man.
It's all about who you put Sheamus with. When you put him in tag teams, for whatever reason it clicks. It always works, no matter who he's with.
Yeah.
You put him in this matchup with Karrion Kross. I mean, with Gunther.
Yep.
And they have the same bruising, brawling style. It's going to be a physical matchup. Sheamus, Drew McIntyre, Karrion Kross, and Gunther. I want to see these guys fight for the Intercontinental Championship
forever,
all next year.
Yeah.
From now to all next year.
Yeah. Let it go. I love it. Yeah. I'm with it. Sheamus is back. This is a character that I like. It's a group that I like. And I think the two groups against each other
clicks,
and it's fantastic. And I want to see, all combinations of those 6 guys going at it for a year. I really enjoy it. Yeah.
All right. So the match that Max finally got to see, the OC versus the Judgment Day. This build up was kind of interesting for me because let's be honest, this goes back years technically.
Yeah.
The OC,
and they acknowledge that. I love that.
And that's my point. You get the freedom to talk about they knew each other years ago.
Yeah.
You know, they was in New Japan.
Yeah.
Like, Finn actually made this group.
Yes.
Like, that's dope. I like that. So, for the fact that we acknowledge that, I like AJ coming in saying, you know what, I joined. I wish it was a little bit more compassion behind it. I wish it would have strung out, like, maybe a week of him actually following the Judgment Day. And then next week be like, dude, I wasn't talking about you guys. You know, I was just waiting for these guys to fly in. You know, something.
I didn't mind the way that it was done. I'm curious where it goes now. Right?
Yeah. Will they stick around or no?
Will they stick around? Right? Like, do they continue trying to recruit Styles? Was this just a one-off kind of, you know, a way to introduce Anderson and Gallows?
Well, I think that really helps the tag team division because really I think it's the New Day who's kind of falling off, hate to say it, the Usos and the Street Profits. After that, I don't really care.
Yeah.
The Viking Raiders, you could keep bringing these guys back and rebranding them, and it don't work. They're getting another rebrand right now. So bring in legit tag teams.
Yeah.
I like Imperium being there. Imperium's pretty dope. But yeah, you don't have any real legit tag teams. And for the first time in a while, I feel like someone's actually focusing on the male tag team division. But Judgment Day did manage to get the win in this matchup, which, I mean, it makes sense. I guess you keep the Judgment Day strong, and 2, you build up that Edge, Beth Phoenix versus whoever, Finn and Rhea or Dominic and Rhea, wherever you want to go.
Yeah, the Judgment Day needed that win. I like the Judgment Day. I don't like their name, but I like the Judgment Day that sounds like a finisher. It doesn't sound like a group name, right? But I like them. I love Ripley in that role. You know, she's almost become like the leader, right? Like, she's like the de facto leader.
It's weird. At one point, I'm like, it's Finn. Then I'm like, oh, snap, is it Dominic? Then I was like, nah, it's not Dom. And then
it's Ripley.
It's Rhea.
It's Rhea. It's Rhea, and I like that a lot. I think Dominic has been great in the Judgment Day, right?
He fits.
Look, Dominic is what he is.
Stop getting baby.
Right? Yeah, Dominic is what he is.
Ray got out the way. Good job, Pop.
But I do like him in the Judgment Day, right? He's not his dad. He's just not, right? But it's not fair. He's not built like Ray. He doesn't wrestle like Ray.
And they tried to make
him that way, right? And he's just not Ray. And but I like him in this role, man. Yeah. Like, I like when he brings like that Eddie Guerrero stuff in. Yeah. When he said Eddie was his generation's Dominic Mysterio. Yeah. That's a great line. I don't know if he came up with that or someone wrote that for him.
No.
You think someone wrote
I don't think Dom's going to get that credit. I'm sorry, Dom.
But that's a great role, right? When he climbed to the top rope, it was weeks ago, and he did the shimmy. I was like, dude, he's a good heel, man. He's good for that. And people genuinely, I think, don't like him because he's not Rey Mysterio. Yeah. So that's already there. I think I like him in that. I like that role.
I feel like we're watching him grow. Like, before our eyes, he's actually growing. But, so, all right, the next match with Braun, Strowman, and Omos was confusing as hell to me. Build up, really no physicality. It was all just talking, mind games. Then finally, these two get in a match with each other. No MVP. I think that's a big thing. There was no MVP. Because Omos dominated the matchup up until the end. And then it was like, why would you let Braun Strowman defeat Omos? He is your giant. He is the next generation. He's the next.
Yeah.
Where is Braun Strowman going besides beating up like indie guys? Like I don't see him doing anything.
You know, I'm a Braun Strowman fan or was, and I thought that he should have been the guy to beat Brock way back when, right? There was that period where he was hot. He was real hot, and they missed it, right? And he'll never be that hot again. He's got a good look. He's got, but he had his period there, right? Omos is another one who's kind of grown on me, right? Omos is a hell of a big man. He dwarfed Strowman.
That's my point.
I mean, dude, I didn't realize he's not... Most big men like that, they don't move... And, look, Omos is not Mysterio, right? Most big men... Khali was 7'3", and he couldn't even bend his knees, right?
Yeah.
Omos isn't just big. He's muscular. He's well built. He's an athlete.
Yeah. And
he made Strowman look like a child. And I agree. I don't... Omos has grown on me. I think he is the future giant. He may not be a great wrestler, but he's a phenomenal giant.
Yeah. And
every company needs a big giant, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't get Strowman winning that match. Yeah, I mean, Omos looks strong. Yeah. They booked him strong.
And they could say the MVP was not there to say Omos pin now.
Yeah.
And give him that real veteran direction
that
he needs. So we may get another Omos and Strowman, but I feel like Omos is the dominant guy.
Yeah.
And he should win these matches with ease.
I agree. I don't feel like it buried him. Or I don't feel like it
kept him
hurts
strong.
him. Yeah, I don't think he's dead in the water now, right? Yeah. But it was a confusing ending. But on the other hand, you have Strowman just returning.
Yeah.
Right? So Strowman's brand new back, right? Do you want him to lose his first major feud? Not major feud, but his first pay-per-view match, really?
Yeah. I don't
back,
I don't want the win to be Omos.
I agree.
I must prefer to have seen him in a handicap match against Alpha Academy and beat them up.
Yeah.
Rather than you have him lose to Omos. Bill, that could have been something special.
Yeah, you're right. I think that Strowman, oddly enough, is a mid-card guy. Now he is, right? And Omos, ideally, is your main event big man.
Yeah. You know what? I wouldn't mind if they moved Omos permanently to NXT for about 6 to 8 months. You bring up what's Steiner's son name?
Braun.
Another Braun. That's what it is. Another Braun.
They got to make him a Steiner.
All right, so
I don't like Braun Breaker. Give me a Steiner.
You bring up Baker to the main roster. You move down Omos.
You call him Baker?
Did I say Baker? Well, you
bring the Baker up. Careful, if Vince is going to hear you, Vince is going to give him a Baker.
Vince can't do shit no more.
Vince going to give him a Baker.
Vince don't have a job.
Vince. That's right. He's a muffin man. That's good shit idea. That's good shit, pal. He can make muffins. He can pass out muffins, and we'll dress him up like CM Punk, and he'll give his favorite muffins out. He'll call out the locker room and have media scrums.
Yo, Vince,
that's good shit.
Ideas was so trash. I would love to be in that table with Vince and the other creatives and the two puppets, whoever the puppets are at the time, and he's just throwing out these ideas.
Yeah.
And the creators were like, "Nah, man," and the puppets are like, "That's good shit.
That's good shit, pal. Good shit. It's good shit.
Let's do it." Ha ha ha. But no, move Omos to NXT.
Yeah.
Let him dominate that roster from top to bottom.
Yeah.
And then you let him hold the they'll let him win the North American Championship first.
Yeah.
And then I want it to be a situation where he just throws it away. Drops it.
He don't even want Yeah,
this isn't good enough anymore.
Yeah.
And they don't have a cash in option. That's why I would say had a cash in. Like how we have Clash of the Champions. I feel like it should be a cash in. I want to cash in my mid card for a triple. I'm going to join a world title match. Something like that.
Yeah.
But eventually, yes, be the world champion of NXT. Dominate for 5 to 6 months.
Yep.
And then start to have cameos on the main roster. Then you come back.
Yeah. Well, you can bring him in as a main event guy.
Yeah.
Like a top tier. Yeah.
Yeah. Do almost right, man. All right, so the next matchup on Crown Jewel was the undisputed tag team champions, the Usos, who is actually coming up on the longest reigning tag team champion.
They're probably Will they get it before the next pay-per-view now?
I feel like they will. So I feel like we're probably going to see them defend the titles at least one time on SmackDown.
Yeah.
Just to kind of like give you that anticipation. Or maybe on Monday Night Raw.
Yeah.
Something like that. But I still don't feel there's a tag team out there besides Imperium to really take the titles from them. But that's no build to the Usos in Imperium. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, I'll be honest, I kind of like... I don't like long title reigns just for the sake of long title reigns. I do like a long title reign. But
if it makes sense.
If it makes sense.
Yeah.
And in this case, it makes sense. Romans make sense, right?
Yeah.
Like, if there's nobody to beat them, then there's no one to beat them. And
don't just give it away.
Don't just give it away, right? If there's no one to beat them, there's no one to beat them. And you keep it on them until there's someone to beat them. And ideally, you do a good enough job building teams that someone eventually deserves to beat them. Yeah. But right now, there's nobody.
So they went against the Brawling Brutes, who they earned their title shot in the Fatal 4-Way, which I thought was cool because there was a lot of moments in that match. For one, that's the team I thought wasn't going to win, period. Yeah. No chance in hell.
Okay.
There was a chance, I'm like, okay, we're going to see the New Day again. I'm always behind the New Day and the Usos, even though we've seen so much. It's just that their chemistry is so good inside and outside of the ring.
Yeah. That's going to be a good match. All the time.
You know it's your money match.
Mm-hmm.
But it was a lot of falsies in there. I'm like, oh, here it goes. New Day is ready to win. Then they didn't. Yeah. Then I was like, oh, snap. Imperium had a chance. And I'm like, oh, they're going to win. It's going to get interesting because I feel like these guys can beat them. Then I'm like, oh, damn. They didn't do it. I'm like, no way. Then, the match goes on and the Braun Brutes actually find a way to win the matchup.
I like the Brutes, man. I like them.
You know what I prefer, actually? I prefer for Sheamus and Ridge Holland to be the tag team. Even though I love Sheamus right now where he's at. I love where he's at right now. But I like Pete Dunne better as a singles guy.
Yeah, but Pete Dunne is going to be dead in the water as a singles guy in WWE. I just don't... So, and I love the Bruiserweight gimmick, right? But we know what happens to Cruiserweights, whether you're a Bruiserweight or not.
That's why they need to add a TV title. They need to add
a TV title would be good. Something like that would be good. But a guy like Pete Dunne, man, like, he just doesn't... and I love Pete Dunne. I really do. But he's going to be dead in the water, and it's no fault of his own. It's just... Cruiserweights go to WWE to die, man.
Nature of the business.
Dude, I don't care. I know that it's a different era now, and some smaller guys... Rollins isn't a big dude, right? But Rollins is way bigger than Pete Dunne.
I mean, Daniel Bryan wasn't a big guy.
Daniel Bryan wasn't a big dude.
Johnny Gargano's and Tommaso, they're not big guys.
And Johnny Gargano,
we'll see where it goes.
Yeah, Johnny Gargano is going to be dead in the water as well.
But Triple H loves Johnny Gargano.
He does.
But it's going to be interesting.
Dude, Johnny Gargano looks small standing next to The Miz.
Yeah, that was scary.
I mean, that's what it is. I like Johnny. I like John. The Johnny wrestling gimmick is nice. I like that gimmick.
I think Johnny could live in a United States title.
He probably could.
But I think that's about realistically as big as I can get behind Johnny in the main roster.
Yeah.
At least as how the roster looks right now.
Yep. Johnny is, let's be honest, he's, and I don't want to get too sidetracked here, but he, Johnny is an okay mic guy. Right? He's fun to watch in the ring. Yeah. Johnny wrestling is a great gimmick. I like Johnny wrestling, right? That's a good gimmick. That's a fun gimmick. That's a babyface that I can get behind, who's an underdog and will generally always be the underdog because he is undersized, right? Mm-hmm. And I can get with that. But you're not going to make that guy the Intercontinental Champ. You're not going to make that guy the World Champ, right? Because underdogs aren't underdogs if they're champions, right?
Yeah.
That goes away a little bit, right?
Yeah, not too often.
Right. So and I think Pete Dunne would be... I think that Pete Dunne is similar in that regard because in NXT, he could be a little bit undersized, but still play that rabid dog, that Wolverine, brutal kind, the bruiserweight, right? Mm-hmm. It works there. I don't think he'd be a believable bruiserweight
right now
on the main roster in WWE. And so I think that while he might be my favorite of the three, although I love me some Sheamus, man.
You can't see him solo really.
I just don't think he's a solo guy.
I got it. I understand that part. I could stand that.
I love Ridge Holland, man.
I think Ridge Holland, when I first seen him, I said, man, I would love if they put him with Sheamus and Drew McIntyre at the time. Because Drew McIntyre was like, they were like kind of friends at that point.
Yeah.
I'm like, this would be an amazing trio because whoever's the tag team out the trio is fire. And whoever's the single guy can go. And then I love he used to come up with that long jacket, the little bully club, the little hat. I'm like, I love the look at it. He looks like someone I want to see all the time.
Yeah.
And then he broke Bickie's neck. I said, you're an asshole.
Was that Ridge Holland?
Yeah, he's not strong. Weak fuck.
He's not.
like I don't know
what
on
purpose, Kato.
Maybe.
It wasn't
I don't know. Like, way to move up the tag team champion.
Yeah.
By dropping him out. Like, I don't know.
I mean,
New Day never been the same yet.
No, they haven't. They haven't, man. It's Peaky Blinders, right? Peaky Blinders gimmick is always going to be good, right? People want to see Peaky Blinders.
That's why Butch fits in.
That's why Butch fits in. Even his name, man. Like, somebody mentioned, like, when he first became Butch, I was like, that's so stupid.
I hate it. And now
it works, right? Now Butch is, right? It works, right, dude? But yeah, I mean, it's still, and it was stupid, right? To go to Lasers Butch. But yeah, it works. I like them. It's a Peaky Blinders gimmick. That look people will always like that look.
And they all pull it off well.
And they pull it off well. They're just the Brawling. It's a take on that Irish stereotype without being like just like that Irish fighter stereotype, right? But it works. It's
if they add Fit Finley as a manager, is that doing too much?
It might be doing too much. It is, but I'll watch it. And what about Hornswoggle? Put Hornswoggle in there. I mean, the British Bulldogs had what was the British Bulldog's name? Who's that dog that brought to the?
I don't know the British Bulldog name.
God damn, what was the dog's name?
I can't remember his name.
It's gonna be in the comments. Someone will leave it in the comments. Someone will make fun of us in the comments.
You're so stupid.
But that could be Hornswoggle. They can bring him out on like a little leash. A little leash. Sorry, Hornswoggle. I love you. I love you, Hornswoggle.
But really, what are you doing? You might as well come on the leash.
I think Hornswoggle would do it.
But yeah, the Usos retained the title. This match was actually a
great match. It was a really good match, yeah.
And that's the one thing about the Brutes. I don't think that they're a bad tag team. Yeah. I just don't think they have the time equity to make me believe that you can go out there and beat the Usos yet.
No, I agree with that in principle, but I will tell you that, like, I was pulling for him in this match, and there were a few times where I thought it was going to happen. Yeah, I thought it was going to happen. Going into it, I was like, well, it's going to be the Usos retaining, and the Usos probably should retain. But this match, if I say nothing else about it, I will say, and I'll say it again for a match that we'll talk about later, but I will say that this match brought me to, it didn't bring me back to like that childhood hopefulness, but this match, coming into it, I was like, well, the Usos, they should win this match.
Yeah.
But I was able to get edge of my seat and be like, maybe, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So to me, that's high praise. That's high praise for a match.
Bruce on his way.
Yeah.
But you know what I want to see? Now what I need to see from the Brutes is these guys to pull off that caliber of matchup.
With other people.
With other teams.
Yeah.
Then we could talk. Imperium will be a great team for them to go out there and not have just a tag team match. Have a tag team, number one contender, tear the house down.
Yeah. Give me a banger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't just go out there, we're going to wrestle and we're going to do what we do. No, try to have match of the night. And I feel like these guys went out here and they tried to have match of the night. And it was good.
It was good. It worked. I liked Ridge. I liked Ridge using the Sheamus.
Oh, the beats of the drum.
The beats of the drum. Yeah. I like Ridge. I like that. If that becomes a Brutes move, then I'm with that. I'm okay with that.
All right. So, Usos hold their titles for who knows how much longer. And the one thing that I like about the Usos, again, bloodline storyline and everything, the Usos, and why I thought that maybe this could happen, because I think the Usos losing the tag team titles will be the first chink in Roman's shield.
Yeah.
But we'll get more into that later.
We'll go in a minute. We'll talk about it in a minute.
So let's talk about Bianca Belair,
my girl,
defending her Raw Women's Championship, last minute standing match against Bayley. The build up for this matchup, cool. Started at SummerSlam when Bayley, the group come out. I thought that was interesting. I thought Bayley had her chance. If you was going to put Bayley over Bianca, you had it and it missed. It's over. I don't think this matchup should happen, to be honest. I feel like I want to see heel Asuka come back. Like when Asuka first came and she was like that dominant, Asuka.
She had the undefeated streak.
That's what I want. That's the person I think that Bianca needs, because right now she's running out of people. There aren't too many women that they've built up that can really hang with Bianca. Of course, you didn't expect Becky Lynch to be injured. Yeah. And I feel like you were going to go a separate way. Of course, you didn't expect Naomi and Sasha to walk out. I feel like that was going to go a separate way. You didn't expect Charlotte Flair to be on hiatus. Stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, they took a hit.
They took a big hit.
Yeah.
So, I think if you bring even Shayna Baszler now with her with Ronda and they got this bad girl image, like they're 4 horsewomen. I think Marina Shafir, who was or maybe is in AEW, I think she still is in AEW. Actually, she's fighting Jade, but man, forget AEW. Bring her over here and get the MMA 4 horsewomen back. That would be crazy for the Raw women. Well, just for the women's division. Period.
I just hate Ronda Rousey, man. I don't want to see her.
Ronda's not good, but she's a draw.
Yeah, she's a draw.
Shayna and Marina Shafir is way better wrestlers than Ronda.
Yeah.
I would like for Ronda to use her star power to usher them in. Well, not Shayna because she's here, but to usher the other 2 women in. And then at that point, Ronda can kind of fall back. Put Ronda in a tag team to protect her.
Yeah. And
then let the other 2, let Shayna be in front of a singles title and the other in the front of a singles title.
Yeah, it all makes sense. Ronda is like, I don't know, just goes goofy to me, man. Like, and she sucks.
Yeah,
right?
She doesn't know how to sell.
She can't talk. She can't wrestle. She can't and she's green, right? I'll give her that. She's green, and you couldn't send her to NXT, right? You had to put her on the main roster. So kudos to her for trying.
No, I'm gonna give you that, and I'm gonna take it away, but I'll take it away later. You're gonna have it for now, but I'm gonna strip it away later.
All right,
understand that. But this matchup, though, I don't think this matchup belonged on this card in Saudi Arabia. That crowd, when this matchup started, that crowd was like, "What are we watching? Is this bathroom break time?" Like they were dead. Eventually, they started to come alive.
Yeah,
but if you wanted to have a matchup like this, it should have been Brock and Bobby in this no DQ matchup.
Yeah.
And just let these 2 have a regular match, because they didn't even, I feel like they didn't really fully appreciate what these women were out there
What
doing.
was happening.
Yeah. So, we're boring, Max.
I'm not boring. You're not boring.
But no, yeah. The match.
I got my Baja to keep me awake. My Baja Blast.
Yeah. We need a sponsorship.
It's also making me a little burpee.
Little burpee.
The build up twice today.
Yo,
I'm ashamed of myself. It's the same crew working both times.
So whenever you came through the second time and they just had your back, like we already know your order.
Dude, I went in the first time at like 1:00, and then on my way over here at 7:00 tonight to do this, I stopped again. In fairness, I only got the drink and those like nacho fries, but I only got the drink. But it was the same crew. I thought for sure it'd be a different crew. It was the same people there. And the woman who gave my food the last time is the same person who gave my food this time. And she 100% recognized me.
What shift is that?
I don't know.
Like, I come... Realistically,
noon to
Taco
8?
Bro opens at, what, 7,
like
8
7
for
a.m.,
breakfast? Okay, it opens at 7. What time is that 7 a.m. shift getting off? 3? Because if the same people are there from 1...
No, I bet
7.
You, but they're open till 2 in the morning. So I bet you there's like a mid,
like a 12, 12 and 12.
I bet you that person worked like
20,
12 to 12.
I guarantee we got some people at Taco Bell pulling 24 hours.
100%.
Leo, no, I closed.
But either way, that's my shameful thing. I don't mean to sidetracked, but I did go twice today. I'm not proud, but I did it.
Yeah.
Anyway, to the match, but I agree.
The
match was good. I enjoyed it.
It didn't pop.
I thought the ending was a little weird. In theory, I don't dislike it.
Yeah.
Stick her under the ladder.
It was a creative way to end it.
It was creative, right? It was a creative way to end it without Bianca really like knocking out.
And that's my point. Why are we having a last man standing match if you're not going to go balls to the wall of trying to hurt your opponent?
Yeah, I don't know. And I also felt like the only thing I didn't like about the build into it was like 1 week.
Bayley
was like, I'll get my match when I want it, right? Which isn't now, right? When I want it, which is a cool thing to say, right? Like, I'll come for that belt when I decide I want to come for that belt, right? And that's a cool thing. And then the next week, it was like, all right, I'm ready for my title shot. It's at Crown Jewel, right? And I was like, well, why didn't you didn't know that last week? Like, so that's the only thing that I thought was a little wonky about, like, why is this happening, right?
Like, oh, my COVID test came back. I can fly. I can fly now.
You know what? I'll take the match, right? I'm okay with it happening here, but I did think that it was a little bit of a weird way. Like,
I think this match would have been a way bigger pop if they did it on Monday Night Raw. Main event, close out the show.
Probably.
But still a great matchup. It's just the fans kind of took it away from me. All right, so main event time.
Let's do it. The undisputed WWE Universal Champion of the Galaxy and all heavens above and whatever it is. It's an absurd name. I just call it the Undisputed Championship. Undisputed Champion.
Just call it the WWE Championship. Why does it have to be the Undisputed?
I don't understand
it's the
why
WWE
we still have the universe in there. That's all it is.
Why does it still have 2 belts?
I don't know.
Because at first I'm like, when October came and they did the whole little, like, okay, they're going to do the draft, so maybe they're going to split the brands again, but you kept one champion. If you're going to keep one champion, make it just a WWE Championship.
You know what's weird about having 2 belts? It's the same belt.
Yeah, just black and
blue. They're both the same belt. It's not like when it was the last time you had like the logo belt and the world heavyweight, right? It was 2 belts.
Why is the Galaxy belt blue, but the Galaxy is like black? That was deep.
I don't know, man. How do you know what color the Galaxy is? You never been there?
No, they just show us pictures of like whenever they went to the moon and
it's very black. Yeah. So it should be a moon belt.
Oh,
or
you
know when you get like the Milky Way galaxy, it's all like swirls and shit.
A swirly belt.
Swirly belt. Right, like the leather would be like God, that'd be so hard to dye that leather.
If the leather had stars all over the belt,
that's what I'm saying. Like,
in the planets would have planets.
Yeah, like stars. Like it would be purple. It would be a purple
belt.
It
should have planets.
Hell yeah.
And the belt could be the sun. Like the main belt could be the sun.
Or hear me out. You just have one belt.
Damn.
You just have like that's it. No, I don't know, but I think that WWE Undisputed Universal just get rid of the Universal. Go Undisputed WWE Champion.
Why does it have to be undisputed? Of course you're undisputed. You're the WWE Champion.
You know what I like? I like Heavyweight Champion of the World. That's the title that I like.
I like that too.
I like when it's phrased that way. And the world's heavyweight champion.
But what happened when you have guys like Shawn Michaels and Kurt Angle, who are legit like your cruiserweight weight limits,
the middleweights,
and they're holding the
middleweights, right? Heavyweight, I don't know.
But then you Brian is your world heavyweight champ. Okay, great.
Yeah.
All right, but this matchup: Roman Reigns versus Logan Paul.
Mm-hmm.
Cool build up, decent build up. He goes on the show. Logan, Roman leaves, just talking, having fun.
Yeah.
And like, I could beat Roman. If I say I could beat Roman, do you think I would get a title shot?
Say it.
I think I can beat Roman Reigns.
I know you can beat Roman Reigns.
I could beat Roman.
I know you can beat Roman.
If we fought 1-on-1, I could beat Roman in a wrestling match.
I could beat Paul Heyman.
Paul's heavy.
Probably not. Probably not.
But
there you go. You're getting a world championship match. Pack your bags. You're going to Riyadh.
Wait, hold on. Wait, can we just do this one like SmackDown?
No, you have to do it in Saudi Arabia.
You know what?
You have to do it in Saudi Arabia.
He could beat me.
He could beat you. He beat you on not on your home turf. We have to do it on your home turf.
Did you hear about the threat to Saudi Arabia leading up to this event?
No. So it was because there were going to be women there?
No, there was like a legit...
Right?
I always think in the women matches, like, what happened if like their clothing like rip?
I know.
All hell's going to break.
Yep.
But no, there was a legit threat, and WWE was like, "No, we have security measures in place. We're going to go." I'm like, I probably shouldn't say that. I'll probably get canceled. Okay, if something bad happened, like live on air, I'm like, that's a bad.
Can you imagine that shit?
You lost your roster.
Peacock on the cock.
Live
on the cock. That's like
below the.
So they call the Peacock.
But
Crown Jewel live on the cock.
This matchup though, right? Cool build up. Yeah. Logan's talking. He's not even really trash. He's kind of talking to his homeboys, and it leads to this. They had like the press conference. I thought that was kind of cheesy, but whatever. when people first heard this matchup, they were like, "Oh my god, why is Logan Paul getting a world title shot? WWE's so corny, they're so cheesy." But I'm like, dude, WWE is World Wrestling Entertainment. Jake Paul just sold out an arena against Anderson Silva with 14,000 people.
Yeah.
The week prior to this, post-match interview, they're talking about, are you going to be in your brother's corner for his world title matchup? That's how you take your fans over here, your fans over here. Oh, Anderson Silva, you got fans? Cool. We'll talk to you guys too, and we're going to tell you about this wrestling match that we're going to have this Saturday.
Dude.
That's how you grab all those fans and put them in one location.
Yep.
Perfect.
I don't care how much shit you want to talk about Logan Paul and Jake Paul. You pay to watch them fight.
They're hot.
You pay to watch them fight. You know?
I haven't missed a Jake Paul fight yet.
Of course you haven't. Why? Because you want to see him get his face kicked in. Yeah. Right? I said about Logan Paul when Logan was doing his boxing. I said, this dude is built for WWE. Yeah. All he's doing is playing a heel.
Yeah, he's in the wrong sport.
He's in the wrong sport. When he was boxing, I was like, this dude, you're paying... I mean, his fights were like $100 for the fight. Like, they weren't cheap to get those fights. Right? Like, the pay-per-view, like, the actual pay-per-view cost, it was like $100 to see him fight. And when he fought Mayweather?
Yeah, that was a big card.
It's like $100, dude, to get that pay-per-view, right? And I paid for it.
And this one, it was actually on Showtime, pay-per-view. That's really big.
That's a big thing, right?
Huge.
And you pay, but why? Because you want to see him lose. You want to see Floyd Mayweather punch his face in, right? Yeah. And I don't even like Floyd Mayweather. Right? Like,
you liked him?
I liked him. Yeah, I wanted to see him win, right? Like, you want to see these guys, right? That's a heel, man. Dude, Logan Paul, and we'll cover it. He's built for this sport.
I think Logan Paul should, I said this earlier to you, he should be wrestling in WWE full-time. I don't know how his body feels after wrestling matches, so I don't know if he wants to feel that way, full-time.
He'd probably lose money, too.
He wouldn't have to. No. He wouldn't have to stop nothing he's doing. That's one thing I like. Pat McAfee doesn't stop.
That's true because he's more into the podcast thing now.
Pat McAfee has a whole nother show. Yeah. And it was still fine. So I think he wouldn't have to stop too much. And if he does, you put that in your contract. Compensate what I possibly may lose based on what I may bring in. But
he's so talented.
He has the natural gifts.
Yeah.
Natural charisma, natural athleticism. And the look, I don't care what you say. The dude has to look like I was made. Like you said, I was made.
He's made for this sport. He is 100%. Logan Paul is a professional wrestler.
Yeah,
he is a ridiculous athlete, and what do you think? It's a beeping all over here, man. What is that?
I don't know, man.
What do you?
Oh, I know exactly what it is now. I know what it is. My phone is still connected to the laptop, but the laptop is charging the phone at the same time. I'm like, what is that?
It's like cell phone inception over here.
Yeah, so
right. But no, he is built for it. He is a ridiculously good athlete.
Yeah.
I mean, he's arguably the most athletic dude on the roster.
Wait a minute.
Look at the shit he's out here.
Wait, I didn't say
I didn't say he was the best pro wrestler.
No, but you say he's the most athletic.
I believe he's one of.
Okay.
He is arguably the best athlete.
No. Let's just say he's one of. I like that better.
Who's a better athlete than Logan Paul right now?
Finn Balor. That was easy.
I don't know that I agree that he's a better athlete.
No, you said athletic.
Okay, fine.
Finn Balor.
You're pinching.
I did.
That's grasping for straws.
I did. That's why I said.
My point is, I'm watching this dude. This dude is.
He's
6'4".
He's
6'3". He's a big dude.
He looked Roman eye to eye, so I would say 6'4", 6'3".
So he's like 6'3", 6'4". He's doing standing moonsaults, right?
Yeah.
He's doing.
So it's Apollo Crews.
He's got.
Don't shit on Apollo like
Apollo Crews is like 5'4".
So that means he had to jump even higher.
Get out
off the ground. And I'm
not taking nothing away from
and
Apollo
he's like
Crews.
255.
I'm not taking it.
That's true. Short,
that's true. He's like a fire hydrant, dude. He's like a fire hydrant.
But no, Logan
he's
crazy athleticism.
Ridiculous, right? And he could do a little better on the mic doing his promos, but that's just time.
He'll learn that.
He'll learn that.
You take his God-given gifts and you start to mold it into a WWE character. That's scary.
Yeah, I agree. I think that Logan Paul...
24? How old is he?
24? 25? I think that Logan Paul tonight wrestled like he's been wrestling for years. It's... And I'm not saying... I know you gave me shit earlier because I said I thought this was a match of the year thing, and you're waiting for me to say it, so you can make fun of me.
No. What I'm smiling at is the fact that you just said how good he looked. This is his third match. And earlier, I said I was going to come back to this point.
Yeah.
Ronda Rousey looks like trash, and she's been here for like 2 years.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Why does she look so trash and he looks so good?
Because she's garbage, and he's a pro wrestler. That's my point, dude. That's my point. Ronda Rousey
3
is
matches,
trash.
and I'm getting world title shots, buddy.
And he probably, you were making the point about his world title shot. Like, yeah, man, you give the world title shots to the people who are going to draw money, right? That's what happens. That's what you guys in the UFC getting world title shots with 5 matches under their belt, 5 fights, 6 fights, right?
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm making that up.
Yeah, I think you just made that up.
How many fights did Brock Lesnar have when he?
Not many. Not many.
So that's kind of why, because it's a money draw, and Brock could go.
Gotcha.
Right?
Gotcha.
But yeah, Logan, he looked like he's been doing this for years, dude.
Yeah.
His potential, if he took this full time, bro, it's not. I mean, I'm telling you, this match to me, I felt like this was a match of the year contender. I was edge of my seat. I thought he might win.
That I wouldn't argue. I would not argue that point if you said match of the year contender. I was driving. I almost crashed earlier today
when I said it was a match of the year.
And then I had to. That's why I accidentally sent you the voice audio. I have to talk because if I'm trying to text, I'm going to crash. I said, bro, what? But match of the year contender, definitely.
To me, it's the winner right now.
Absolutely.
To me, it's the winner. It's the match I enjoy most. But in fairness, I only picked WWE back up within the last 6 months.
Yeah.
So
what we'll do, we're going to have another round table talk about what makes matches 5-star matches to us, not to that guy over there.
Yeah, no, I just think that again, and I said I would bring it up later. Just like I thought the Brawling Brutes might win the tag titles, there were multiple times where I thought Logan might win that match.
See that,
which is crazy because he never stood a chance.
And that's my issue.
He was never going to win.
And that's my issue because I think that's what took away from the match for me. Is because I was
knew he wasn't going to win.
He's never going to win. And I think that's what took it away. Because it took out that what if element.
Dude, and yet somehow they managed to pull me in.
And they still made it a great matchup.
Yeah,
I like how they incorporate. And I was speaking so early about the bloodline and the Usos. And I said the Usos will be the first ones to lose that title. And it will show the chink and Roman's armor. Mm-hmm. What people are saying right now is Roman Reigns is so high up. He's so pretty. He's running through everybody. No, he's not.
Yeah.
If you notice, at first Roman was running through everybody.
Not anymore.
Then
Logan Paul almost beat him tonight.
He had to add Paul. He had to add Jay.
Yeah.
He had to add Jimmy. Now he has to add Solo. He needs more and more and more help to win these championship matches.
He needs Sami. Don't forget Sami.
And, I'm sorry. And he added Sami. Yeah. But Sami doesn't really help him.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't. He just
understand why.
He's just there to hurt Jay.
Yeah. But tonight, though, right? I know you're giving a lot of praise to Logan Paul, which he deserves a lot of praise. Mm-hmm. He did a phenomenal job.
Yeah.
I'm nothing taken away from Logan Paul. But we got to give that same praise to Roman Reigns.
100%.
Because he's the one in there selling and making Paul look.
And he's obviously calling that match, right? He's very obviously calling the match, right? So all the credit to Roman, right?
Actually, the whole bloodline. The Usos came out there and sold tonight.
Yeah. All of them. To his credit, yes. Yeah. Roman, yes. Jake Paul doesn't have that. Sorry, Logan Paul. Mm-hmm. Logan doesn't have that match with someone else.
Right.
He has that match with Roman.
And that's my thing.
Yeah. His Mania match wasn't that good.
No.
It was good.
So and that's what I want to see. I know we're giving him a high praise, which he's deserved. But now, can you go make that match happen with
all the time?
No, not even
with Seth Rollins.
Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
Who's in a phenomenal athlete as well, but Roman Reigns is in a different realm.
Yeah.
The Usos and the Brutes, Usos are in a different realm right now. Yeah. To me, anyway.
Yeah.
I think Paul will have a good match. I don't think it'll be that match.
No, I agree.
So, really good matchup. Really good way to end the show.
Yeah.
Roman Reigns, of course, retains his
title. Goes over, as he should have.
You know what I think about a lot, though? Like you said, it was times you thought Logan would win. You see guys in wrestling actually get hurt, actually get rocked, actually have a concussion. And I feel like it's good timing. I don't know if that's professionalism and I'm just knowing what to do. But what if someone accidentally went for a pin during like a moment where like, yo, I don't know where I'm at right now, and got the 3 count by accident.
Pulled the win out?
Like what Hornswoggle like won the world title by accident.
Hornswoggle should win the world title. Yeah, like well then Hornswoggle would have to knock this dude out.
No. Imagine Logan Paul tonight.
Yeah.
Hit Roman his head too hard, maybe no matter, whatever.
And Logan goes to the cover and
Logan ends the Roman Reigns streak.
Yeah, accidentally.
I
would love it. You know how confused everybody would be? It would be like the Cena Batista Rumble finish all over again.
Yeah. Like, that was great. Like that was not planned.
Bro, you know what my shit is about like that? Like, okay, like the thing about the Rumble thing was like, bro, like the refs knew who was supposed to win. Why are you raising both of their hands?
Yeah.
Just be like, oh, his feet hit first, right? And we might be like, that's bullshit, right? But why are you raising both hands?
What if they let Cena call it on the fly? Like, maybe it would go either way. We're not going to let... Like, kind of like Undertaker and Brock, where no one knew... Well, someone knew. Well, like, kind of Undertaker and Brock, where no one knew who was going to win until the end, and then Brock was like, oh, snap, he let me win. But I feel like someone in the back probably knew... Maybe that's why Vince came out there so pissed. He probably knew the finish.
Baby.
But maybe Batista didn't know, like, I'm going to pass the torch to you tonight. You know what I'm saying? Like, that would have been a crazy...
They fucked up.
They
fucked it up. And then the refs made it worse by raising both hands and arguing. What are you doing?
This is amazing.
Just raise the winner's hand.
And that's why Vince is so pissed. This is amazing.
I don't know.
But
it was a good match. I did enjoy this match. I thought it was good.
Before we go,
yeah,
right? Bray Wyatt comes out, cut an amazing promo.
Oh, yeah.
He's awesome. Who do you think Oakland Howie is?
I think it's him.
Interesting. I never heard that point before.
I think it's him. But someone's going to have to play it. I bet you we get a match.
You know who I think it is?
Who's that?
So, for like, at least like the past 7 months, I came here and I was like, yo, only thing I felt like that was missing from the Wyatt family was them adding Bo Dallas. Because he's creepy and he's like weird, and he would have fit.
It could be Bo. I mean, it could be Bo.
I would love. I wouldn't mind them to be together. I don't want them to fight. I want them to be like together and friends.
I wouldn't mind if it's Bo.
Brothers.
I think it's both. I think it's another alter ego thing, and I'm okay with him going like that Mick Foley route if that's the route we get.
I would like it to. Long as it's not the Fiend, and he gets worried about Bill Goldberg.
I don't want the Fiend.
I don't want Bill Goldberg. Bill Goldberg better not come back and destroy everything.
Bill's coming back.
Building.
Goldberg 2024. No, I'm okay with the Mick Foley route. I think it's him. I'm probably wrong. But as long as it's not the Fiend, man, I didn't really care for the Fiend. I liked Swamp Cult Leader Bray.
That's my favorite.
Yeah,
that's my favorite, hands down.
Yeah,
I liked the Fiend up until he started acting like Supernatural.
Yeah,
then I was like, now it's not fun anymore.
I didn't need him to be the Undertaker.
Yeah, that's what made it not fun.
Leader Bray. Yeah, I did. But
yeah. All right, so that was Crown Jewel.
Wrap it up.
First talk around. Me and Max. Pretty good. So hope you guys like this episode. Hope you guys oh man, we're supposed to say like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
Like and
smash that like button.
Yeah.
Click the subscribe button. Hit that bell for notifications so you know when our next talk around goes up. You gotta hit all those points, bro.
Yeah, I'm forgetting. You're supposed to have to.
And you have to say smash. Smash that like
it. Button. Can't just press it.
No. Smash
that like.
Smash the shit out of that button.
Break it.
Break your shit.
But yeah, the first time around, guys, we're complete. We'll be back with different topics. It may not always be the pay-per-view. It may not always be what's happening on Raw or AEW, whatever. Just random different topics. If it's something that you guys would like to see us talk about or touch on, hit us either in the comment section down below or on Instagram at The Wrestling Replay. That's normally where I argue with everybody at anyway.
I got lots of shit up in here. Gotta get out.
Yeah.
Lots of stuff to get out.
We'll definitely be back.
Yeah.
Episode number 1.
This was fun.
Cato Max signing out. Peace.